I mean, I guess, Lawrence, what's an ideal situation for you? I mean, do you want to see like an El Salvador situation happen in the U.S.? I mean, what do you want to see?
Sure. I mean, first of all, they should, take away capital gains tax on gold, silver, and Bitcoin, because all we're really doing, is trying to protect our goddamn purchasing power. If we're smart enough to buy the assets that, that don't go down in value as they dilute the dollar, we shouldn't be punished for that. Second of all, people have asked me, say, well, okay, so you complain a lot. What's your solution? I mean, I've actually got a solution. I mean, first of all, if I were Powell, I'd resign immediately, or I'd threaten to resign. I say, look, if Congress, if you can't get your shit together and get the spending under control, I can't do this job, because he's the guy who's enabling. I mean, they're the addict and he's the drug dealer. So the second thing I would do is I would get honest with the people and just say, look, you've all fallen for a Keynesian lie, okay? I mean, this pedophile from England in the 1930s, set up this system that is just a complete and utter fucking lie, which is that we have to print money in order to make things grow, in order to make the economy better. And by printing that money, we're stealing from your kids. But it doesn't matter, because in the long run, you're all fucking dead. Well, guess what? That fucks your kids. And the guy was an evil piece of shit. So the word Keynes ought to become just a dirty name, a dirty word. He ought to be like Hitler. I mean, people say, people ought to compare him to Hitler, right? He's a bad fucking guy. And so, once you start there and you understand that, then you start to understand that actually sound money is what's in the Bible, what was in the Constitution, and what's good. And that because we've deviated away from sound money, we've, caused ourselves enormous pain, heartache, and distress. We've killed millions of people in wars, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is the fundamental underlying fucking issue of the entire world right now, which is we've got to return to a sound money system before we blow each other up. I mean, it's just fucking obvious to anyone with half a brain that this is what we have to do. And so what the US should then do is say, we're going to take the lead in returning to the sound money system. We're going to devalue the dollar 10 to 1 against where it is now. We're going to make Bitcoin legal tender. Maybe even we're going to distribute some Bitcoin to every citizen to get them started in their journey on Bitcoin. And, on a go-forward basis, things are going to be priced properly. And when things are priced properly, it's amazing how efficient the economy becomes. And so the problem with Keynesianism is it's inefficient. You're basically trying to jam growth through the system in a limited resource world. It just doesn't work. It's a deflationary world. So you're trying to run an inflationary monetary system in a deflationary world. This was Jeff Booth's thesis, and he's dead-ass right. And so the currency by its very nature should be deflationary, and that's what Bitcoin is. And so if we want to fix the money, if we want to fix the world, we got to fix the money.